The podcast you're about to hear was made with Anchor. You can use Anchor to make a podcast right from your phone, no experience necessary. Plus, it's completely free. Get the app at anchor.fm/podcast.
You're listening to the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce and tech news, presented by Sumo Heavy. Here's your host, Bart Mraz.
This is the E-Commerce Minute for July 13th, 2017. Today, Walmart's training with VR.
According to a report on TechCrunch, the world's largest retailer will soon be using virtual reality to help train its employees on topics like management and customer service. The VR instruction will be used in each of their 200 Walmart Academy training centers in the U.S. by the end of the year, helping educate the estimated 150,000 employees that go through the program each year. Each location will have an Oculus Rift headset and gaming PC showcasing a collection of VR training content. The VR instruction is entirely 360-degree video-based and include interactive on-screen cues asking trainees to make decisions after encountering various situations. Scenarios may be related to customer service, management, or seasonal situations like encountering the Black Friday rush in VR. Training experiences ranging from 30 seconds to about 5 minutes are meant to supplement traditional instruction. Very, very interesting, especially the holiday simulations.
Friday rush would be awesome.
I mean, it's bad enough to live it in real time, but to experience that in VR must be absolutely frightening.
It must be frightening to just like imagine the whole just training sessions.
And which they should do is have them hold a TV while they're standing by the pretend door.
That's all right. Who started this? Oh, it started behind these training videos is Striver Labs. I've never heard of these guys.
Yeah, they do mostly sports stuff. This is actually their first retail client, which is pretty huge for them.
Yeah, I think so. Overall, I think this makes sense, right? Like, I used to work retail a long time ago, and there was no real training. You just work through the cash register and try to figure it out, but that's about it. I think this is an interesting training for anything, right? Like, warehouse people, any store. I think that's great. You know,
yeah, I mean, not to make a comparison, but the military uses VR because there's nothing obviously replaces being actually there, but I think VR is going to kind of bridge that gap and teach people
as close as possible.
Possible. You know, and it's tough working in retail. You know, people are just idiots by nature, and especially when you're in an environment like Walmart where it's just everyone is just so freaking miserable. I mean, is it going to help? It can't hurt. I mean, Walmart is it's a tough place to work. The customers aren't the nicest people in the world, and it's a tough environment.
Yeah, I think for me, I think the more training these people have, the better, I guess. Like, you don't want to just throw people into that scenario by themselves without training. You just don't. It takes patience. It takes everything to deal with stores like that.
That's the thing, especially for managers who, and again, I'll say it again, it's just tough, man. I just can't imagine being a Walmart manager. I mean, they should give them VR headsets to deal with just having to tell employees that they have to work on Christmas. Sorry,
they're closing on Christmas.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, I think they're closing on Christmas.
Oh, did not know that.
Pretty sure. I think that's the only day they're closed.
I have to check on that.
Yeah, I think that's the only day.
Anyway, so yeah, this looks pretty cool. And like I said, this will be in all their training centers by the end of the year. I think there's already one that's already in operation. So
yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think more and more companies are going to use VR for those particular things. Yeah. Right? It's not going to be the home thing. It's going to be a business tool.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else to add?
Nope.
All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today. If you like the show, make sure you add us as a favorite and share this with your friends. Please follow us on social media @Sumo Heavy. And finally, if you've got a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, call us on Anchor. Until next time, we'll see you on the next e-commerce minute.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.